After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 601. Today is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, as we are recording. I am Arlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Tali, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're really happy to have you with us. We hope you find something you enjoy and that you'll stay with us. If you are returning, we are always glad to have you with us. And if you are either new or returning but somewhere in the shadows, not really active but maybe would like to be, please consider subscribing. Just tap the little subscribe button somewhere below the video and the little bell that tells you, what kind of notifications you want to get. Either all of them, some of them, or none of them. When we don't do a lot of posting. We do once a week normally, so usually. So it won't be that much regardless. If you want to take part in the alongs, have potential for getting prizes and things like that, or joining in, sometimes we have bantering back and forth and stuff. Not as much as we used to, but if you want to have more camaraderie and stuff, that's over at our home group. And the link for that is in the box below the video. It says phnpodcast.freeforums.net. Okay, so that's the housekeeping stuff.
That's also where we pull the pictures from, or where I pull the pictures from for the beginning of the podcast with everyone's projects. It comes from the home group.
We want to thank everybody who wished Davina happy birthday. You have no idea how excited she gets when people wish her a happy birthday, especially people that she only knows about through the internet. So we're thank you very much, and thank you also for those who the good wishes for our 12-year anniversary, podiversary, whatever you want to call it.
And for the compliments on the rosaries. I think it was plural.
Rosaries, yeah. Okay, so how many do you have?
Two.
Okay, I have a soft 4.
You wanted to taste with the spoon.
Yeah. I am working on. I had my very close friend, one of my oldest friends, over here Monday, and she was getting over a cold, and I think between the weather and her cold, I think I'm coming down with a head cold, so I don't want to get Taya sick. So if I seem a little subdued, or if I start getting tired and sort of quasi-nodding off, you know why. It's not because of you guys.
What?
Which one is this, caramel? You know what? I bet
that salted caramel chocolate. Yes, salted caramel chocolate.
I bet that would taste really good with cream. Make it strong with almond milk. It is really good.
Okay, I have to try it now. I have another spoon if you want.
Well, let me see. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I think I might like this.
Well, you have some, so you'll be able to tell for sure.
Yeah, I do have some. Yeah. Do you want some of my fresh? You already know what it tastes like. But
I already know what fresh tastes like.
So she's got a salted caramel, as she was saying. These are both. That's a
whistling kettle.
Whistling kettle. This one is an adagio that Ty and I put together because we couldn't find the mint tea that we liked, so we worked to.
I'm not sure if I like that.
It takes a minute to grow on you. It almost has, dare I say it, a very faint coffee.
It does smell like a coffee.
But it doesn't. The caramel
doesn't taste as good as a coffee.
The caramel and the chocolate overwhelm whatever would have been coffee in it. I like it, I think. It makes me think of that cookie from the Chinese restaurant. Not the cookie, the little cake from the Chinese restaurant.
You're right. It does take a second. I think if I let this sit and the flavors mature, it might be good. Right now, it almost doesn't have much of a taste.
Oh, I can taste it.
Well, I can taste something, But
I just can't identify exactly what I'm tasting. I think it's
well, that's a toffee type thing.
Yeah.
But because that's an overriding smell as well.
Mm-hmm.
But right now it's kind of like flat.
Oh, I don't think it's flat. I think you're right though. It needs to mature. I was saying that if we made it a little stronger and put some almond milk in it, I think it would cream it out like a Werther's Original or something. Now this one is, like I said, the blend that Ty and I made to replace the mint tea that we couldn't find anymore. And it's not just a straight peppermint, it's peppermint and spearmint.
Yeah.
And it's my hope that between the brightness of the mint that kind of goes, hey, and then the other part of it that kind of clears up your head, I will be more awake for the podcast and feeling a little bit better. Peppermint generally helps me when I don't want anything else.
Yeah.
So peppermint and spearmint together. It's an Adagio double-walled mug, the one that has the owl and all the woodland creatures.
Yeah, we determined that we actually don't care for straight peppermint. We usually need spearmint in there
spearmint in there too. Okay, moving along. We have 2 alongs going on. We have autism awareness, which is it's okay to be different, and we are just about completely halfway through, maybe a little more than halfway through. Love to see all the bright colored projects coming in. That's really cool. I like that. I do see them. I haven't been on in the last about a week, I think, but I do go through and like things occasionally when I get the time. And I do like seeing all the bright colors. They make me happy. The featured patterns, featured yarns, all that stuff is in the thread on the group, and the hashtag is hashtag PHN AA 2024, and all the directions about how many projects and whips and stuff that you can post, all that stuff is in the group. The multiple chances for a prize and all that are also in the group, and with the featured yarns and featured patterns. Okay. The Anything Goes Mal is all year round, so this is the second quarter, and we're, like we said, about halfway through that as well. And this is anything goes, and so it has to be in the parameters listed in the group, and the featured yarns and patterns are the same, and mentioned in the group as well, and the types of projects for both alongs are in the group, in their respective groups. The hashtag for this is hashtag PHN Anything Goes on Instagram. And that's all there is about that. I want to kind of move this along just a little bit here. Okay.
And then you're first.
Yeah, let me get a drink here. Otherwise. I am wearing my owl sweatshirt because it's 90 degrees out, but I'm cold. So
And it's nice and oversized.
it's nice and oversized. It's not too heavy.
And I've got my oversized, this is my reading shirt hoodie. Because all my other hoodies are, they fit well, but that means I can't get a shirt underneath them. And I, want a size in between the two. This one, which I probably couldn't wear out because it's so big, but it'd be nice to have the size in between so I can wear it out if I want to, but I could possibly still get something underneath.
Well, this is one that you can see, I
have longer arms than Mom, so it's never going to reach as far.
But I like them oversized. I would wear this out because I just like the oversized sweatshirts, but I'm being very careful because I don't want my owl to get dirty.
Well, your owl can be washed.
My owl.
Because you'll never wear things if you're always afraid of them getting dirty.
I won't wear it when I'm eating spaghetti sauce.
And I can always get you more oversized sweaters and stuff. Sweatshirts and stuff.
My owl.
Because I love looking for the kind of nerdy type fun stuff. Because I like wearing those kind of things.
We're a house full of nerdy, geeky people.
And I tend to wear hoodies because I get cold.
Right. And I get cold, but I don't need my head covered. I don't generally like things on my head.
Sometimes I'll bunch up a hoodie around the back of my neck and use it almost like the hood is a
cowl.
Yes, like a kind of half cowl, because I'm like, well, I don't want it on my head right now, but I'm cold and I'm too lazy to get up to get something around my neck, so then I redistribute.
I have to be really careful what I put on my neck, on my head, because my neck It just doesn't like it.
Well, a really oversized hoodie works well because there's no pressure on your head. Now, right now, I have a ponytail back here, so it's a little bit different.
Right now, anything I put on my head would hurt because I have the beginning of a headache back here. But the one in here, this is helping clear that up. So, all right, my first project is in my, because you don't want to hear about my headache, is in my M&M's. No, that's not right. It's in my, this bag. My Knitter's Magic picnic bag is what I call it. It's really pretty. Well,
This is a picnic.
such a like a tablecloth.
Yeah.
It's such a well-made bag. Honestly, I wish I knew who did it for Knitter's Magic.
Didn't we used to have a picnic basket?
We did.
And it had like that kind of lining, but I think it was red.
I don't remember having it lining. We got it in England. We went with it in England to see the Tchaikovsky concert. We all sat in England on the grass on or lawn chairs where we had a blanket, I think, and our picnic basket. And when the concert was going on, after the concert was dark and you had the fireworks and everything, it was really cool. They know how to do a concert over there. Okay, this is my Cherry Bomb shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. Here's my hook. I'm using it, Christina. See? Right here. See? Okay, so she's going to make me organized whether I like it or not. Valeria was unable to do it, but Christina's working on it now. I used to be a very organized person when I homeschooled and stuff. Had to be. So this is, you can see that I've done maybe 2 or 3 rows on the bottom here. Can you see that?
I think they can.
Okay. This is a fun project because it's really very mindless for me by this point. Anastasia Zattel, if she knew how many times I do this, she would probably charge me extra for the pattern. No, she wouldn't. She's a sweetheart, and I don't know if she's still designing. I haven't seen her on Instagram or internet at all. She seemed to have dropped off the face of the earth even before we left Ravelry. I couldn't find her. She's a very, very talented designer.
Didn't she have a family member with Alzheimer's that she was caring for?
Yes. I don't know if she was caring for I don't know if it was her father or her brother, or I don't know who it was.
I remember she would raise money or do walks or something for that.
Well, she would do the purple. I think it was purple.
It was purple.
And a lot of times she would do the blocks for that. And I used to like to try to do that for her, and then things got busy, and we all kind of went our separate ways when things kind of did what they did. And I lost track of her. I wish I knew what she was up to and if she was still designing, because she's talented. I prefer her. This is my favorite pattern of hers, and it's just a really nice. It feels like a hug when you wear it. Talia's got one on right now.
I've got one right now. So, I always have one, at least one on.
So, my husband has resigned himself to the fact that I'm going to wear shawls. So if he thinks it's going to be cold in the church, don't you want to get one of your shawls? See, I get one of my shawls.
He's slowly resigning himself.
Well, I think he has to out of self-preservation, because I'm going to do it because I get cold. I do have sweaters and stuff, but I prefer the shawls because you can just kind of slip it off if you need to, as opposed to kind of maneuvering out of your arms.
Well, also, if you have a good sized one, it can also cover your lap.
That's true. Okay, let me just do this one stitch, because I think I have to go twice. All right, let me just put this away. And this color, if at the rate I'm going, is going to be doing a while here, because, and that was just not proper English, but
I know what you meant.
I don't care. Put this away. All right, my next one. One in there. There you go. Okay, my next one is... Okay, this one I didn't do a whole lot on. I think I did mainly during the podcast. And this is This is my larger bag, so I think this is my extra large. my extra large, I think. Anniversary bag from Ann Gander. Formerly Ann Brody, which is Silvershed USA. Well, I know my hip is in here somewhere. Well, here it is. Okay. Now, I did a little bit of this, and there's not really a lot to see because I didn't do a whole lot. I think I did mostly on the podcast. I don't think I had a whole lot of time to do otherwise because I was preparing for, last week, preparing for Davina's birthday and for my friend to come over. So it was like a lot of stuff in the kitchen and things like that. So I was lucky I got what I got done. But this is coming along well. This is just a simple double crochet blanket. I'm not doing anything specific, nothing special. I'm letting the yarn do the work, and which is nice sometimes. It just, don't have the yarn fighting the pattern. Just the pattern just enhances the pattern of the yarn enhances the pattern, which is very simple. Mm-hmm. I'll just keep going until it's the right size.
Yep. Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, so for me in my Silver Shed USA Rebel Scum bag, I'm knitting the Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. I'm using Wild Hair yarn in I believe she calls it the Police Box colorway.
Not the call box?
No, if it is... It is a call box, but I think it also might say police on it.
I don't know if it's an actual police box or if it's a call box that makes like telephone calls.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I don't know a whole lot about Doctor Who. I'm woefully ignorant of Doctor Who.
But because she didn't want to use the term TARDIS, which is why she was a little bit more vague. So yeah, Wild Hair. The first sock has been finished for a while, and I am working on the second one.
Excuse me.
I am currently in the foot, so once I have the proper length, I can just do the toe and finish. So this is the part that's just pretty much clear sailing.
Just round and round and round.
Exactly. Within pattern, but round. So.
Is there a pattern to it?
Very slight. It's got that ribbing that you like.
Oh, right. I like that. I forgot about that. I like that sock.
Yeah, it's a very nice sock.
It's cushy.
It is cushy. Now, I know part of it's yarn choice.
Mm-hmm. But still, when you have that ribbing, it's kind of... I don't know if the ribbing... I forget if the ribbing goes on the bottom or not.
Let's see. It's...
On the bottom of the foot.
No. You never have any of that kind of pattern on the bottom of the foot.
You kind of need to have that.
It's uncomfortable.
I don't know. Maybe massage your foot a little bit. I don't know because I've never had a sock like that. So.
No. There's a reason they don't design them that way.
It could be ticklish.
Yeah. No. There's a reason they don't design them that way.
Let me just finish this stitch. There we go. About a quarter of a row here. This goes pretty quick. I'm gonna have to change balls pretty soon here, I think, unless I'm on a new one. I don't realize it. Mm-hmm. No, I have to change pretty soon. See, I've got all this. This is all I have left of the skein I'm on. All right, let me see what's next. Okay, this one is in my M&M's bag. Right here. And this is my It's Not Easy Being Green blanket. And it looks like I might have caught some yarn in here. Let me see if I can get this open. Okay, I did a little bit of work on this. It's a long row, so it takes me a while to get through it. But I did do, I think, a couple. I wanted to work on this, so I think I did a couple of rows, or a row and a half, or something like that on this. And this is Talia's migraine blanket. Mm-hmm. So, yes, Ren, it's all your fault.
And it's my design. It's not for me.
No, it's just, I don't know if it's going to stay with me or go to my parents, or my mom's favorite color is green. So we'll see what happens, how long it takes me to do it.
Right.
So basically right now I'm still in that very first section where it's basically knit and that's it. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm using Miss Babs. This is all Miss Babs, different kinds of green. I think that's all I have in here is Miss Babs. I really like these Miss Babs half skeins for the Yowza because it's about, let me see, It's almost a full skein of worsted yarn. It's 200 yards. And a full skein of worsted is usually about 218. What does that say, Ty?
Let's see. 2.8. Oh, 200 yards.
200 yards. So a full skein of worsted is usually about 220 or 215 or something like that.
Yeah, it depends.
So this, I can get this and still have my yowza. Because right now for me, unless I really know what I'm doing with it, I probably won't get a full yowza anymore because it's just out of my price range.
Right.
Not because I don't think it's worth it. The prices are going up. I understand that. But just because I can't afford it.
Right.
So it
would have to be like you already know you're doing a huge project.
Yeah.
Where you just don't feel like weaving in all the ends.
Right. Like if I knew I was doing a huge blanket, like this one, but only bigger, like a queen size or whatever, then I would just say, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to get X amount of this skeins of yarn so I know I have it. And maybe I usually get an extra one just to make sure I have enough. But that's that.
Okay.
Oh,
Did you too?
Well, I don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. This is my last one. I apologize. We said twice for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that we could do it that way, but we don't have to.
No, it doesn't matter. So, my final project is in my sheep sewing bag. This is a Silver Shed USA bag. And in here is my courthouse steps blanket.
You've been working on that a lot.
Yeah, well, it's easy. That's the...
I wish I could get into that. I still have mine in the bag Brittany gave me. And it hasn't moved an inch. I think I'm just, like I said, I'm going to just take that and make a scrap blanket. Or a scrap shawl.
And I'm just in the middle of one of the vlogs, for lack of a better term. And yeah, I think this, I don't remember if I had this color started last time or not.
Which one?
This orange.
I don't think so.
I don't feel like I did either. I think that I had finished, or is about to finish, this one last time. So
the peach? Is that the Courtly Love?
Well, it's Courtly Love with another one that you can barely tell that it's something different.
Well, this looks like it might be K.
Actually, it starts somewhere down here. And I don't think it's K. I think it's that lady that I used to get at Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Did anybody go to Maryland Sheep and Wool? I talked to my friend, and she said that things were changed this year. I was wondering how you guys liked it. You know, you can leave comments in the description box, or if you're part of the group, you can leave it over at PHN. I was just curious how... I haven't been to Maryland Sheep and Wool since, I think, 2017 or something like that. Laura would know. She was there.
Trying to remember...
Because we didn't go before the pandemic, because I got sick of it.
Did we do 2018 though?
I don't know.
I feel like we might have done 2018. I don't think we skipped a year before I had my surgery.
Yes, we did, because I refused to go back.
Yeah, but I thought you refused to go back the year of my surgery.
No, because you wouldn't have gone. You didn't go to we didn't go to Maryland that following year either.
Okay, I thought we only skipped one.
No, we just stopped going after that. The one after we saw everybody, you know,
where we had the meeting place in a weird spot.
Yeah, we just didn't go back. I got fed up.
I just couldn't remember how many.
We went to Shenandoah a couple times.
Yeah, I knew we did that. I just couldn't remember when exactly we stopped for Maryland. But regardless, your turn.
Okay, my last one is a new project. This bag I got at Maryland Sheep and Wool. The vendor, because I had no owls.
Yes.
No owl bags. And I forgot the vendor's name. So I had
Tara.
Her name is...
I don't know her shop name. Her name was Tara. Is she Allegheny?
Allegheny.
Oh, I remembered.
Allegheny Fiber Arts. And this is a really neat bag because it's divided. So you can see you can do color work or whatever.
Oh, the caramel's coming forward a bit more.
And this is how far I got on my project. I'm just about ready. I'm just going round and round right now. This is a pusheen. Well, it's not really a pusheen. It's a knockoff type thing. I have one that's actually a pusheen. My friend who came over loves pusheen. I mean, she has pusheen. Here's the cartoon. She has pusheen keychain, pushing, everything. I mean, I think it's on her side of her purse. I'm not sure what it is, but she loves pushing. So I wanted to write her a thank you note. And I'll show you why later on, but with the pushing. And I thought, why don't I make her one? It doesn't look like it's that hard. So I'm doing the body right now, and I am about...
Wow, they did the text nice and large.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through. A little less than halfway through the body. So, and this I did last night. I started it last night. So, and that was a new pattern, so it's kind of a stash enhancement. But
yeah.
See, I'm just going round and round and round. And I used the green. They used a bulky yarn. I'm using a worsted. I had bulky, but I didn't want to have to skein it up. So I did the one that was already kind of quasi-caked. And it's a little hard to see the stitches, so I've had to go back a couple of times.
Well, you have a dark yarn there.
Yeah, I had to go back a couple of times, and I'm doing the back loops because it makes it easier for me to see. And I also, she starts with the increase first. I mean, not the increase. She starts with the single stitch and then the increase. I do it the way I do it with Talia's patterns, because if I don't, I get confused.
Yeah, and I can't remember... I know Patrick used to do it one way, and Fresh Stitches used to do it the other.
I forget which one used to do it like you. I think Fresh Stitches did.
I can't remember.
It makes sense because you did that pattern thing where you learned so much from her.
But I didn't necessarily use that as a blueprint. It just made me want to do it. And at the time, I was doing both of their patterns.
Right.
Because both of them are big influences. So I can't remember which one I chose to imitate.
I seem to remember when I did Patrick Works, the one Patrick Moose pattern that I finished, I switched it.
Okay.
I seem to remember that I switched it. I'm not positive.
I used to always want to switch it if I didn't, just go ahead and switch it when,
I just did because what would inevitably happen is
you mess it up.
I would mess it up because I would start doing it and then I'd go back to do because I did so many of Talia's toys.
Right.
That I was just like, okay, I'm not doing it that way. I can't. It doesn't make a difference unless there was a reason for it.
Right.
The thing I had to be careful with toys is sometimes, not everybody does the back loops like Talia does.
Yeah.
So sometimes they would use the back loops to make a ridge.
Right.
Then I would have issues and I had to go back and redo it because you don't get a ridge if you have ridges all through.
Exactly.
And then I have to redo it, but that's okay. I just had to learn to read the pattern all the way through. What pattern was it where they told you not to read the pattern all the way through? Do you remember you said something about...
It wasn't a pattern I had. It was a pattern that you had. Or someone else had.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't mine.
Yeah, well, we were talking about it, that maybe we didn't buy it. Maybe we were looking at it. Free pattern.
We were talking to somebody.
Yeah, and it said don't read the pattern all the way through. I'm like, yeah.
It was someone on Zoom. I think it was Pat.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well,
I think it was for that that shawl she was doing, the spider.
Oh, right.
The butterfly. It was
right. I think you're right. Yeah.
Papillon.
Either that or the sock.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was the Papillon.
And if you haven't seen Looney Hiker's Papillon, you need to look at that. It looks gorgeous.
Because I think she said when she made the Papillon, it said, don't read it ahead of time. And she read it ahead of time.
I guess it was kind of a thing like, don't look at the forest for the trees.
Because also people would get intimidated or whatever.
Yeah, get overwhelmed. Exactly what I was saying. So that's what I have for this. I haven't named it yet. Probably just going to call it Pusheen. And she doesn't know she's getting it. So
yeah. So there's no yarn.
Oh, are you done? Okay.
Yeah, because I only had the two.
All right, let me just finish this.
I do have journals, so I can show that.
Okay, you go ahead and do that then.
So, didn't get a ton of journal done, but I think I showed this one last time. The Boy Scouts.
Yeah, you did.
Because I think I finished it last time. I don't think I'd started this one yet. So, I just need to write the review in for this one. I should have just left this stamp not colored in because I'm not terribly fond of what I did when I colored it in. But, I was able to make this, I'd over inked this particular stamp, this reading elephant, but I was able to make it work by coloring it in green. But yeah, there's some things I would do differently with some of the stamps, like this top one with the books here. But other than that, once I write the review, I'll be, decently happy with it. I need to remember not to use yellow stamp. It doesn't show up very well.
Right.
And I always say, yeah, I'm never going to do that again. Although it does show up better than I think it does. Because with my glasses...
I can see it all the way here.
Okay, see, with my glasses, it doesn't show up
Yeah, I
very
can
well.
see it.
Okay, so it's just something that my
I mean,
glasses...
I can't see the stars. Looks like you penned them in.
I did. Well,
Yeah.
I used a colored pencil.
Yeah, I can. But the color is fine.
Okay, so I think it must be just an issue with my glasses with the tint.
I'm not sure what it is, but
It's an open book.
okay, that's what I thought. I don't have my glasses on, so
Yeah. Okay, well, that shows up better than I thought it did because like I said, this color doesn't show up very well with my glasses.
I want more tea.
And I went ahead and started, even though I haven't written a review up yet for that one, the next book
Spoiler alerts.
Yes, well, this is my prep. The next book I have is Mouse. And the only thing that...
And it's Maus.
Yeah, it's the comic Mouse. And it's a memoir
Really good.
comic.
It's really good. It's about the Holocaust.
So this is the only thing that I will not have drawn myself. Which is kind of apropos. That's him sitting there thinking about how to draw the next thing. And then, or at least he's sitting at his drawing table. But I did draw I've been calling it a swastika.
Mm-hmm.
So, normally when you would see this in the comic, it would be behind the mice. Instead, I put the Star of David behind the mouse. So, I'm not sure if I'll draw anything else yet for the, for this, but
Just put it down right here. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm not sure if I'll end up drawing anything else for this, or if that'll be it. I want to at least do the way that they have a very specific way the words look, so I'll probably do that on the top.
Sorry about that, guys.
So yeah, that's all I would have to show for that particular thing. That's prep for next one. So
Okay.
alrighty, so I don't have any FOs.
No, I don't either.
So that leads us on to stash enhancement.
Okay.
I just have the pattern, so I can show that because I don't usually show my books on here
Yeah,
unless
and
they arrive.
I already showed you my pattern, so
Yeah, because I don't show the books or anything unless they arrive while we're here. And yeah, so we were looking for Pusheen,
Mhm.
and then different things came up, and we found this designer.
fantastic designer. She's got beautiful stuff.
Yeah, her Alexandra Olga Style. That's the name of the shop, and she also offers little yarn kits with them if you want, and she's very available apparently for people contacting her. Apparently she's trying to get some of her family out of the Ukraine, so I might try one of her kits for this one. This is an eyeglass holder. The only reason why his eyes look like they are glass size is because they're actually crocheted, but the glasses are in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of cool for a cool place to put your glasses. So cute little owl. Then I picked up a couple for
Little Miss Thing.
Little Miss Thing. This is the only one that I printed out right now. I think he's adorable.
That was the one that got us started.
Yes.
We were looking for Pusheen because I'd never heard of Pusheen, and now some of these came up.
And he needs to have his stuff. Like all these require a pet brush.
But no wires, thank God.
No wires, yeah. Now, I think that this guy requires a silicone ball.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some of them, I think they say silicone ball. I think you could probably use stuffing those for some of the other ones as well. So we'll see. I have to read farther into the pattern, but I can see why the silicone ball for the little owl type thing. But this one is adorable too with the Spitz puppy. This one's mine, not Davina's. So
You should see the one she's going to do for me.
yes, I thought I had printed out one of yours, but apparently I didn't.
Well, there's no rush on it.
Yeah, I have other things I need to finish for you too. But yeah.
Okay, I showed you my pattern, the Pusheen. This is why I'm writing her a thank you note. and sending her a pusheen. This is my friend gave me this. She made it for me. Framed it and everything. Can you see that? I don't know if you can read what it says.
I think they can.
It says, everything is possible with God. Those of you who know my emails and stuff, I put that at the bottom. I put, with God, all things are possible.
And it's cross-stitch.
And this is cross-stitch. Very nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
It was really well in our house. So, we had a great visit. A really great visit. And then I went in to the church, our church for daily mass. And they've been getting rid of books. I guess the religious education is clearing out to make room for new things.
Mm-hmm.
I have wanted this series of books since Talia went to college and I first saw them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a religion series. It's called the Didache. I think it's called Didache. I always say Didache. I've heard people say Didache, but
So is it connected to the Bible?
I don't know. I have the Bible too.
Yeah.
But this, they have the Catechism, the Scriptures, the Church, and the life in Christ. This is the history of the church. This book, my husband looked at it and said, wow. I mean, the inside is absolutely...
Well, that looks like one of the books that I would get for...
Mm-hmm.
And like one of the ones that I would have to do deal hunting for, because those kind of books usually are expensive.
I mean, it's got beautiful pictures in it. I can't wait to read this and use it as...
It actually, you can tell actually it's still fairly new too. It has that new smell.
Mm-hmm. Look at the pictures in here. It's heavy. I can't get it.
Those books do tend to be heavy.
I told Taya she could read it, but she cannot highlight in it. This book is mine. So I'm hoping to get the whole series if I can find. Maybe I'll have to go looking for deals.
Do they still have the others in the back? Because I know you were going to see if they still had the others.
I looked. They didn't have any today. They didn't have anything today, but I'll keep looking as they go.
Well, you know that I can finding deals is one of the things I enjoy doing. So
my husband's going to make a bookshelf that goes right. It's a little bit off to my left, and he's going to make a bookshelf that I have like a beautifully bound set of, I think it's St. Francis de Sales.
You do.
This set, some of his art books, the New Catechism of the Catholic Church, all those kind of real pretty books are going to go on that shelf.
Yeah.
And so, because I'm running out of shelf space, he's running out of shelf space. Bookstagram is nothing on us. We need a library here. It's just, we have a lot of books. And we keep getting more of them because we like them.
Yeah, well, I know I had to go through...
Oh, I didn't see this. Here, too.
Oh, that's cool. I know that I need to go through and see some of the things I'm keeping downstairs I don't need anymore, so I can make room for books that, once I finish reading them, if I want to still keep them, but I don't necessarily need to keep them upstairs, I need to clear out some of the... Because I have a bunch of old compression stockings that are too stiff.
Right.
That I got them through Amazon. Because they're so stiff, they aren't very breathable. So they tend to make me overheat.
Right.
So I just need to go through those, and no one's going to want them because they're socks. I don't know what to do with them. I mean, I guess I could put them and let people make their own decision.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be really, really good. I'm going to take my time with it. It's got... because it is a textbook. They used it at Steubenville as a textbook.
Oh, okay.
I assume it was because they had them in. That's where I first saw them, at Steubenville in the bookstore.
Okay.
Maybe they use it as a supplemental because they use it for religious education for the high school kids, or did a few years back.
Well, this could be maybe potentially a first year.
Well, they have all four, so I'm assuming all 4 years. Because you're not going to get through this you might be in a semester, but you won't get through like a quarter.
Yeah.
It's too much stuff. But it has questions, practical exercises from the catechism. You could go look up things in the catechism and things like that. I'm wondering if they're going to go to the Didache Bible. Somebody who, another one of our Catholics maybe knows how to pronounce that word. I have a hard time with it.
I've always heard Didache, but maybe that's just how I've always pronounced it.
Yeah, and I've heard it with a hard, like almost a K sound, but I always call it Didache or Didache. I don't know. It's got vocabulary in here, study questions. Just... And
Too bad they don't have a pronunciation guide for Didache.
Yes, I'll tell you what. It's got your vocabulary and all that kind of stuff. So it looks really good. And if I can use it in tandem with the Didache Bible, then it'd be great. So I did not a whole lot in terms of stuff. This was free. This book goes for about $75 over at Steubenville.
Oh, it was funny, and I meant to mention this to you earlier. My book on the Lindisfarne Gospels, I'm pretty sure I got that used because it's another thick book like that. I was putting my library pocket in there for my library card, it still had an intact disc
Oh, wow.
in the back. You never get intact discs with used books. So I unattached it from the back.
Is it DVD or CD?
It looks like it's maybe a CD with maybe some appendices or something, and there's some extra charts or something. I set it to the side in the bookshelf because I don't want it to get, messed up while I have other books on top of this book.
Right. I mean, the book should keep it safe, but...
It should, but,
This has a ribbon marker, too. A green ribbon marker to match the book. I'm assuming that the other books will match their book covers.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So, but yeah, that's my...
When you have that fancy of a book.
Yeah. That's good about that. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all for me.
Okay. What's this weekend? We have one more weekend before Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. I don't really think...
I think so. Hold on. It's the last one of the month.
Because I know I got a message from Tony talking about the HFI meeting, but I don't know if he's
doing it ahead of time. Let me double check.
Proactive or...
Let's see. Yeah, we have this Friday. Last Friday of the month is the last day of the month.
So that means this Sunday is probably the HFI meeting.
Yes, this Sunday is the HFI meeting, but it's not this Friday for the...
Right.
So.
Okay, so that's good to know. I was hoping to catch up on sleep, but I guess I'm not going to. Okay.
But
he's really good about keeping it.
If you wanted to, you could take a nap Friday,
Well, that's going to help me for Sunday.
Well, you said catch up on sleep, so...
Yeah, I usually take a nap on Sunday sometime to make sure I can... But he's usually pretty good because he's used to having to get up really early. Mm-hmm. He's retired now, but I think old habits die hard. Mm-hmm. All right, so we don't have anything coming up right now. No Zooms or anything at this point. But we do want to thank you for joining us for the Fun in the Woman Cave. We want to thank the people who commented. We got a lot of birthday wishes for Davina. Like I said, we're really happy about that. We got a lot of congratulations for our 12 years. We appreciate that as well. I want to thank specifically Meditative Crafter, Wendy, who is MacGyver, Wayjorn, 1970, Looney Hiker, Maggie Fish, 79, Janine.
Wait, we had a lot of people this time.
Christina, Victoria Blue, Hadar, I don't know what that is exactly. Victoria,
and she's been with us.
She was with us from episode 1, so it's really good to see her again. All of you, but
yes, but you made a point of mentioning that she's been with us since I started the first episode by myself.
Right,
all those years ago.
Donna, her name got split up for some reason. Nancy, Paula, Kara, Joan, Miss Didia, Jodidiah, and Lenny's Cookie Jar. Leanne's Cookie Jar.
And I probably would have said Miss Didea.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I don't know. And then Leanne's Cookie Jar. I think Leanne might be new.
Okay.
So welcome aboard. If you're new, if you're not new, I apologize for not realizing that, but we're glad to have you commenting. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you for joining us for the Fun in the Woman Cave. I feel a lot brighter right now, so I'm going to go eat my lunch and see if I can get on the machine.
I'm getting tired.
So we want to wish you all a very wonderful week of knitting, crocheting, whatever it is that makes you happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. Oh, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend for those who celebrate. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 601, and that's a wrap.
Bye.
I must be really tired. I was going to say that's a nap.